Hey guys, welcome back to the House of Hughes. Today's video is interesting, to say the least. I am actually just in the gym parking lot. I just finished working out, and low-key, I just saw two grown men almost get in a fist fight over driving too fast in the parking lot. No joke, they both like jumped out of their cars. They were going hard. I wanted to film it, but I was like a little scared. And then I actually just ran into my little brother. He was coming while I was going, and he knocked on my window, and I was like, who was this person? And then it was him, and so we chatted for a minute. He's so cute. So anyways, let me tell you why today's video is kind of interesting. I am actually headed to the hospital. Nothing serious. Well, hopefully not. But I told you guys a couple vlogs ago that I went to the doctor to see if I had a UTI. I know, kind of TMI, but whatever. We're all friends here, okay? You guys know I share everything. So my results came back negative for a UTI, but I'm very, very, very sensitive in like my pelvic area. So it's not like lower than my pelvis, but it's not like my stomach. It's like right in the middle. It's right where my C-section scar is, but it's not the incision. It's not on the surface. It's like internal. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like bladder, uterus, reproductive organs type of vibe, but I'm right in the middle of my cycle, and so I don't think it's period related, and I'm not pregnant. So I'm very curious as to what is going on, and I'm really sensitive to the touch. Like I laid on the doctor's table and she applied pressure and my whole body like convulsed, and I was like, okay, that hurts. So she was like, I really think we need to do a pelvic ultrasound just to make sure that everything's good with like your bladder, your uterus. And at first I was kind of like, seems dramatic, not gonna lie, because I think everything's fine. The pain that I was in was like pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie, for about a week, but it's kind of minimized over the past couple days, so I feel kind of dumb going to get this done. But Hunter is very like, if something is wrong medically, I want to just get it out of the way. I want to rule out any options, and it could be something as simple as like varicose veins in my uterus. Weird that that can happen, right? But I do get varicose veins, so I think it's worth checking into and just seeing if there's something that can prevent this from happening in the future. But I am just curious to see like what the results say. I'm feeling like they're gonna come back and say, nothing's wrong with you, please go home. But it is worth just getting it checked out. You know, I have a husband and a couple babies. I hear they kind of like me, so I better make sure that I'm healthy and good to go. And of course, we just want to make sure that everything is good internally, especially because I had a couple intense C-sections, and you know, they were obviously relatively recent. So I'm wondering if, you know, anything got jumbled up in there. It's not like I'm dying or anything crazy, but we're just gonna check out everything, make sure I'm good to go. So I'm gonna vlog as much of that as I possibly can, and I will let you guys know after the appointment if they see anything on the ultrasound, because they should be able to tell like right away. It's a transvaginal ultrasound, so just like a moment of silence, because that is going to hurt, and you always spot after those and it sucks. But gotta get it done. I'm mostly doing this for Hunter, so hopefully it all comes back good to go. And if they don't see anything, then my body's just weird, so that's fun. Fun fact, the last time that I was here, they were doing a non-stress test for me when I was pregnant with Blakely, and they were like, okay, head up to the U, you are having your baby today. So that was wild, it's bringing back all the memories. Okay, I literally feel like I just got a little nap, so that took kind of a long time. I was in there for probably an hour or so, and they just took like a million images. Basically what they did was, it was actually an ultrasound on my stomach, thank goodness, and they were just basically looking at the veins in my uterus and seeing if they were enlarged. So they would like press down really hard. You guys know if you've had ultrasounds before. And then they would have me flex my stomach, and they would like compare the veins when they were flexed versus relaxed, etc. And that can cause obviously the discomfort that I'm feeling if my veins are enlarged in my uterus, which that's fun. So I don't know for sure, and honestly I'm kind of thinking they're probably not. I'm not sure, but they will follow up with me in 2 to 3 days. She did say that some of the veins were like lighting up on the ultrasound, which can indicate that there is some pelvic congestion, which that is what they think I might have is pelvic congestion syndrome, I think is what it's called. But I don't know anything about it, and I'm not really going to look into it until they tell me that I actually have it, and then I'm sure that they'll be able to treat it. I'm sure it's not a big deal. So we'll see in a couple days. I will follow up with you guys and let you know what they find out. But I'm glad I went and got it checked, honestly. I was like telling Hunter this morning that I really didn't want to, but obviously if they do find something, then I'm really glad that I went. And if they don't, then there goes a few $100s. I'm actually right by Swig right now. So since I just went through that, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a Swig because it just seems necessary. And then I'm gonna get home to my sweet little angels who are actually napping. So hopefully I'm able to get a little bit of work done before they wake up for the day. Hi, Sissy. Can you say hi to the vlog? Are you reading your book? What are you reading? Very cool. You're such a smarty. Good job. What is Mr. Beckham doing over here? Oh, we've got our spinny toy. Perfect. Oh, and the little remote controller, huh, baby? You are a smarty. Are you learning how to press those buttons? Good job. Are you showing off? You know exactly how to play with all your toys, huh? And mommy is going to order you some new ones, huh, baby? That'll be so much fun, huh? Hey, Blakely. Hey, Blakely, can you give Beckham a hug? Can you give Beckham a hug? Yes? Do you want to show mama? So you guys, I wish I would have got it on camera, but yesterday Blakely literally gave Beckham a hug when I asked her to, and she did it a few times in a row, so I know she understood. Hello. How are my babies? I think everyone is gonna miss you today since they mostly just saw mama, huh? All right, I think it's nap time. Should we go night-night? Blakely is like, absolutely not. Should we go night-night? Yeah, let's go night-night. Good news though, Miss Blakely is feeling a lot better, but Mr. Beckham woke up in the middle of the night last night and it seemed like he had a little bit of congestion. So I think that Sissy's hugs might have gotten to him. But overall, he is doing really well. Yes. Hi, baby. Should we go take a nap? Should we go night-night? Oh, see you later. Yeah? You are so smart. You know we're gonna go up the stairs, huh? Good girl. Hey friends, so it's actually the next day, which worked out perfectly because I got a call from my doctor this morning. Let's see, I was at the gym, so they called me at like 11:30 and they just asked if I had a minute to go over my ultrasound results from yesterday. So they got back to me really, really fast. She said they'd get back to me within like 48 hours. But as you guys can tell from my footage yesterday, I was just totally in the mindset like, they're really not gonna find anything. I'm probably being dramatic and being a little bit of a baby. But in the ultrasound, they let me know that they did see very promising signs that I do have pelvic congestion syndrome, which I honestly know nothing about. It was a nurse that I was talking to from my primary care physician's office. And so she let me know that she would have the doctor call me back when she was available to explain the condition more, kind of explain what they can do to treat it. But they do need me to follow up with another exam at the hospital. I believe it's in like an x-ray machine that has contrast. So something like an MRI or a CAT scan or something like that, where they can see my pelvis better and see specifically all of the veins in my pelvis. So let me tell you guys a little bit about like what I've been feeling and why this actually makes sense. You know when you get a diagnosis and you're kind of like, not that this is a good thing, but at least I wasn't crazy. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I do think that it's very easily treated though, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I was reading online some of the symptoms, and the most dominant symptoms are definitely things that I have been feeling that explained it really well. Chronic abdominal pain was one that was really prominent. And my pain is very dull. It kind of just feels like I'm on like a very dull period, like period cramps, all the time, which is like really interesting. And I do have a little bit of abnormal bloating, but it's not like in my stomach area, which is like really, really weird. It's more so on and below my C-section scar, whereas most women who have C-sections know that a lot of their bloating takes place above their C-section scar. There was also some pain that I was feeling every time I had intercourse. Not to go into too much detail, but it was actually pain in my stomach, like in my pelvis. It wasn't necessarily associated with anywhere else where you would typically feel discomfort during that activity. But it's making sense, all of this now, understanding that I very well could have and probably do have varicose veins in my pelvis. Also, like, what the heck? But they did tell me that this is more dominant in women who have had multiple pregnancies. So I've had 2, and so that makes sense. And I also got very bad varicose veins in that region when I was pregnant, and they were like really bad. So honestly, this isn't like super shocking to me. I'm also a pretty vascular person. I just have like dominant veins all over my body. So it just seems likely that that's the case. So what they were able to see on the ultrasound yesterday basically shows that I do have varicose veins, but they want to get a closer look and see all of the veins and see how big they are and see how many veins are affected, etc. So once I get that done at the hospital, then they will go ahead and tell me like what steps we need to do moving forward in order to treat this condition / problem. Fortunately, I think there are pretty non-invasive treatments. I don't know if I have to go under though. I was reading stuff online and I was like, okay, stop freaking yourself out. So I stopped reading online. So if any of you have any experience with this, I'm sure by the time you guys see this video, I will have spoken to my doctor, because she should be calling me back in like a day or 2 to explain exactly what this means and what the treatments are. But I wanted to explain as much as I know of to you guys and just kind of let you go along this journey with me, because if I can obviously not have pressure in my pelvis all the time, that would be amazing. So I'm definitely going to take the steps that I need to in order to treat it. We're also very, very fortunate to have healthcare insurance right now. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that and get this treated so that I can feel 100% all of the time. I'm curious if any of you have ever had this before. Apparently it's like relatively common, but usually goes untreated. So I am glad that Hunter made me go to the hospital yesterday. I did give him some crap about it, so congrats babe, you're always right. I shouldn't say always, but most of the time. So I'll just kind of keep you guys updated on what my doctor says. You guys know I've been vlogging like pretty much every day. So tomorrow, if I have another update, I will definitely let you guys know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog today. I know it was a little bit different than my usual content, and it was more about me and whatever's going on. We have a pretty good idea, but I guess we're not 100% positive yet. But she did tell me that I like had it. I don't know. I'll have to keep you guys posted. But I will be back to more baby content in my next vlog for you guys like normal. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, I want to remind you guys to be brave like Beckham, and I will catch you in the next vlog. Bye.